Rod Dandy Golf here. If you're shopping for a lab golf putter, you've come to the right place. I've bought several of them. We're going to take a look at the website, at different options, what matters, what doesn't matter, how can you maybe save a little bit of money. So watch to the end of the video for that, and let's take a look at building a putter together on the website.
All right, let's head to labgolf.com and look at building some putters and look at some of the different options. So they got their new putter that they just released. They started out with the Directed Force 2.1. This is probably the most interesting looking putter that they have. Spaceship looking, very large. A lot of people really don't like the look of that. I used this for quite a while. It does have a real good feel on it. After the DF 2.1, I think they had the Link, they had the Mezz, and then they went to DF3. That was their big release last year. Much more popular than the DF 2.1, and now they got the Oz.i or the Oz in their line. So I've bought several lab golf putters. We'll walk through building one and kind of talk some of the pros and cons on different options. We'll go with the DF3. This is their stock option. Now, these things are just expensive. There's no two ways about it. I wish they were not this much. They are essentially handmade, so I can see why they might be a bit more expensive, but this is a very, very expensive club. I know a putter is a very important club, but bottom line, they're expensive. So one thing, their stock steel option that they have, they use a stepped steel shaft, and I'll put up a screenshot here of what I mean on that. This is a little bit nitpicky, but I'm going to be a little nitpicky with how expensive these are. I personally don't really like the look of stepped steel in a putter shaft. I kind of like a stepless look. So when you get their stock steel shaft, you're pretty much going to get that stepped look in the shaft. And for some people, they probably don't care, but I wish they had a little different option, especially when you're looking at spending this much money. By the time you have tax and shipping on this, it's going to be close to $500, and that's with a stock steel shaft, 33, 34, or 35 inches, and they have one lie angle to choose from. The other thing I don't like about this stock option on the DF3 is they only give you the option of the white grip. I had the white grip on a DF3 for a while. After a while, it definitely starts looking dirty. I really wish for this amount of money that they would give you the option of their black press pistol grip, which they have. The black grip is the same grip style, but it's just a different color and stays looking nicer a lot longer. So again, stock DF3, by the time you do tax and shipping, this thing is going to be close to $500. You have 3 different shaft length options. You get a stepped steel shaft, and you get one lie angle option. So very steep price and not really a lot of customization on this. Now, here's the thing. If you go to their custom DF3 option, the price gets even more expensive. A lot of different colors, different lie angle options, things like that. We'll talk about some of the things that matter. These DF3 custom options starting out at $559. Again, with tax and shipping and no shaft upgrade, you're looking at a $600 putter. So one thing that I like on this custom is as you choose different options, it kind of gives you a look on what it's going to look like on the left of the screen. I'm just going to choose standard putting style. For head weight, I've tried the standard and I've tried the heavier. They can make the heavier in the DF3 only heavier by about 15-20 grams, give or take a little bit. So it is not a big difference. It's less than a snack size bag of chips. You really can't tell that much. You're going to get used to whatever you have in your hands pretty much. So I'm just going to leave it at standard. All right, so for the next step, here's the shaft upgrade. All right, so even if you go the custom route, you still can get the stock steel shaft, and that's no upgrade. Now, their cheapest putter shaft upgrade is the Acra shaft, and that's a $100 shaft upgrade. They have this gears option, $175 upgrade. The BGT Stability 1, $330. The TPT shaft is a huge charge upgrade as well. You'll have a real hard time convincing me that someone golfing every now and then is going to make more putts by a different shaft in their putter. These are extremely expensive upgrades. Let's just choose the Acra option. This is their cheapest one, $100. I've used the Acra. Yes, it feels a little bit different than the stock steel shaft. No, it doesn't help me make more putts. Shaft length, let's just choose 34 inches. Lie angle, here's where the big customization really comes into play. Standard is 69, so if you go under 69, you're going to probably be pretty flat with the way you hold the putter. Everyone's different. If you go above 69, you're going to be a little more upright. I'll just choose 72 for the lie angle. And this is where you can choose a lot of different putters. They have a lot of bold colors. I've had the blue. The blue is extremely bright out on the putting green. It's a little too bold for my taste. The red is bold. The orange is bold. They got pink. That's bold. They got green. So all these are a little too bright for my taste. Green is probably okay. If you're looking for a little more understated, a little more subtle, I think you're going to want to go with black. The cappuccino color is real nice. I've had that. And they have a charcoal color. So I think black, charcoal, or cappuccino if you're looking for a little more subtle look. They do have a lot of customization as far as on the alignment marks. You kind of can get a look on what that looks like here as you're building it. So I do like that. Kind of get a little different look on how it looks. So, and then when you're going the custom route for the grip, they have several different grips. All these grips have a little different forward press, 1.5 degrees, 3 degrees, 2 degrees. The ones that come usually on the DF3 is the press pistol 2. Again, you can choose white or black. When you're going the stock option, they don't let you choose your grip. They force you into a white press pistol 2 grip. So you have a little more customization on this. I'll just choose the press pistol 2 black. And standard putter build time. Now look at this. Total price, $659. Add to cart. By the time you do tax and shipping on this is going to be close to a $700 putter. Here's the thing. No putter, no matter how custom fit or how expensive, is going to magically make every 8-foot putt for you. You really just need to have a putter that you like the feel of, that you like the look of. No putter is going to magically have you make every single putt that you have on the putting green. And let's face it, the best putters in the world, on the best greens in the world, essentially are a coin flip from 8 feet. You can be guaranteed sure if there was any putter technology out there that even bumped their percentage up 15%, let's say to 65 to 70%. If there was any putter technology out there that automatically had them, the best players in the world, making those putts, guaranteed they would switch right away. The bottom line is no matter what putter you're using, from 8 feet and out, you're a coin flip and less. And that's even for the best putters in the world. So this is an extremely expensive putter. As far as the shaft upgrade, I think consumers are getting sold a little bit here on these shaft up charges. These are incredibly expensive. Like I said, it will give you a different feel, but it's not going to help you make more putts, in my opinion. And you'll get used to whatever you have in your hand. So that's kind of my input on building. Of course, they have other products. They have the Directed Force 2.1, the Link, the Mezz. They got the Oz that they just came out with here. So some other options, but this is just some different things I've had from my experience. Is obviously very expensive. Now, the option that I have almost always used if I'm buying a lab golf putter is you see the price of this. This is a 72-degree lie angle, 34-inch. We have the alignment mark that we want. We have the grip that we want. By the time you do tax and shipping, this is going to be an almost $700 putter. They have an outlet, labgolfoutlet.com. And this is a great way, if you know your specs, if you know your lie angle, if you know your length that you want, this is a great way to save a little bit of money. I'm going to go to the factory second putters here. I'm going to go to the DF3 options. And I think they just had a bunch drop here recently. But they have 5 pages here of DF3 putters on the Lab Golf Outlet. This one, orange, 33.5 inches, 66-degree lie angle. This would run you $600 on the labgolf.com website. Here on the outlet, it's with the stock steel shaft. You can scroll down and see the different specs that they have in this: the swing weight, the alignment mark, the shaft. $465. So still really expensive, but you can save some money. And let's look at an Acra shaft option. As we just built on the labgolf.com website, an Acra shaft is an upcharge of $100. On the website, after tax and shipping, it's going to be $700. Here, on the outlet, you can get it for $540. So you can definitely save some money on the Lab Golf outlet. They have, I think, all of their putters, DF 2.1, DF 3, the Link, the Mezz. They have a custom in stock page as well, which has even more options, not quite as discounted as the factory seconds. I'll also mention this. I've bought several factory seconds. They all have been perfectly fine. They might have a little blemish on them, but they are perfectly acceptable, and they, for the most part, have been in very good shape. So I highly recommend the Lab Golf outlet. Another thing that's nice, up here in the search box, what are you looking for? If you know your length or lie angle or something that you're looking for, like let's say I'm looking for 72-degree lie angle. I'm just going to type in 72 and search that, and it's going to bring up all the outlet options that have a 72-degree lie angle. So you can kind of quickly search a spec that you're after. So I highly recommend the Lab Golf outlet. The condition of the putters that I bought off of this has been just tremendous. If you reach out to them on their email address, I think it's like, outlet@labgolf.com. They're very responsive. They got a great team there. So if you know your specs, I highly recommend using the Lab Golf outlet website. You can save a little bit of money and still get a great putter.
So that was cool, building a putter together on the Lab Golf website. I hope you found some of that information beneficial and helpful and practical. They're very expensive, but maybe you can save a little money and discover what options mean the most to you. I just like talking golf, sharing practical and realistic things. If you're into that sort of thing, I would greatly appreciate it if you tap subscribe. Would love to have you along for the journey. Thanks for taking the time to watch.